I have never felt truly settled, and I will never feel settled unless I am living in Palestine. These are the words of my father, who at a young age was plucked from his place of birth and taken to live in Kuwait, where hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fled during the first few decades of Israeli occupation. Just 3 decades later, the same Palestinians who fled to Kuwait had to leave during the Gulf War. Although they were forcibly displaced twice, my migrant family members have come out of their situation as safe, healthy, and stable, something many refugees can only wish for. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees estimates that 24 people are displaced every minute. Every minute, that's 24 individuals who have to make decisions on behalf of their families. During the duration of this video, that's approximately 60 people. 60 people have to decide today how they will live beyond the borders of their home. Do they enter another country illegally, or do they find a refugee camp where they are immobile and likely subjected to low access to education, employment, and health services? All this uncertainty is a constant theme amongst all refugee crises. The world watches as people flee their homes, and international organizations and institutions react to implement quick solutions. Maybe it works in the short term, these refugee camps and temporary statuses, but what about the long term? How can the impact of any refugee or migrant crisis be reduced and possibly eliminated? This requires a proactive rather than reactive strategy, which Janas Analytics can provide. Janas, named after the Greek god of gates and passageways, is an analytics organization that would create a software that could predict when the next migrant crises would occur years in advance. The analytics software that Janas would create would utilize several variables that have strong correlations to historic refugee crises to analyze and understand future population changes for any given country. This information would be used by international NGOs, NPOs, and national governments to understand which populations are at risk. From there, they can take 2 approaches. They can invest funds and resources to help decrease the risk for a mass exodus of people, or they can prepare to accommodate for these groups. With both approaches, investments and policies will be better informed and result in lasting long-term solutions. Janas would need initial investments to explore the potential for the software, but once off the ground, a consortium would be created amongst membering organizations and governments in which they would pay a fee to access the information and assessments made by the predictive software. Humanity should not be a game of chance.